Hello students, in this lesson you are going to learn how to exchange pieces. In this example, take a look at the white's pieces. White has both the bishops pointing toward your king. White has an active knight near your king and he can play queen e2, queen d3, bring another piece into the attack. So white's intention are very clear. He has put all of his pieces toward your king and he wants to checkmate you. So if you want to defend your king, if you want to save your king, then you must exchange opponent's key attacker. And that's why black played queen a8. Why queen a8? Queen was not doing anything on b8 and it will look like queen is not doing anything on a8, but black's plan is to play bishop e4 in the next move and to exchange one attacker. Once one or two attackers have been exchanged, then white's attacking potential will be reduced a lot. So it will be easier for you to defend the king. White plays queen e2 and we play bishop e4. We want to exchange this attacker, and if white saves the defender, bishop a2, then you can play knight d6. You can play rook c2 and your rook will be active on c2. So here instead of that, white decided to play rook e1 and we play bishop cross b1, rook cross b1. First of all, one important light square attacker have been exchanged. So opponent's attacking potential has been reduced a little bit. And now we play queen d5. We centralize the queen. Our queen is on the light square and white's light square bishop has been gone. So our queen is safe on d5. No opponent's piece is going to attack our queen on d5. White plays g4. White is still in the attacking mode and white continues with his attack. His idea is to play g5, h cross g5, h cross g5. Once we move the knight, he's going to play g6. This plan is very aggressive, but black can start exchanging pieces and opponent's attacking potential will reduce even further. So black played knight cross e5. This knight on e5 is strong, so black exchanged it. White played knight cross e5. Now this knight is strong, so you play knight d7 and you try to exchange this knight also. If opponent plays knight cross d5, then queen cross d5, you are attacking this pawn, you are also attacking h4 pawn, so white's attack has failed and you are going to win material. In this position, white played queen f3 and now we exchange the knight. Opponent first plays queen cross d5, e cross d5, d cross e5. And now look, all the attacking pieces have been exchanged and we are into the end game. In the end game, opponent cannot checkmate our king by just pushing his pawns forward. In fact, these pawns have become weak in the end game. So we play bishop cross h4. We are a pawn up and opponent's attack have failed completely. We are threatening rook c2 to attack the f2 square, so opponent protects it. And now we play f6. White plays e6 and we play rook c6. There is no good way for white to defend this pawn. After bishop e3, we capture this pawn. We are 2 pawns up, so it is easy for us to win this game. Now let's look at the second example. In this position, we are black and take a look at the opponent's pieces. Both of these bishops are pointing toward your king. This knight is already near the king. He is threatening knight h6 or knight f6. He can also sacrifice his g4 knight on e6 or f5. And his rooks, they are also on the open file. So all of white's pieces are pointing toward your king. And if you want to defend your king, then you must start exchanging opponent's attacker. And that's why black first plays queen b6, attacking this knight. You are threatening this knight is pinned, so black is forced to play c3 to defend this knight. If white defends it like this, queen to e4, then you have a tactical shot. You play queen cross d4, sacrificing it. After queen cross d4, you play bishop to c5, and once the queen has exchanged, your king is safe. Opponent cannot checkmate your king. because queen is the most powerful attacker. That's why here, instead of exchanging the queen, white plays c3. Now first you play b cross c3, b cross c3, and look, white is threatening queen e4 and a checkmate on the h7 square. So we play bishop a6 and we exchange this light square attacker. Opponent first plays king h1 and we play bishop cross d3, queen cross d3. Now once the light square bishop has been exchanged, at least our h7 is safe. So opponent's attacking potential has been reduced a little bit. And now we play knight to c5. White plays queen g3 and we play pawn to f5. We want to get rid of opponent's g4 knight also. White plays e cross f6, bishop cross f6. This bishop is defending the g7 square, so opponent exchanges it. We play knight cross f6, and as the pieces are exchanged, opponent's attacking potential is reducing further and further. White plays bishop h6 to attack our g7 square and we play queen b7, simply defending it. And white does not have a good attacking continuation. So white goes back, bishop c1, and now you play knight to e4. You start moving your pieces and go forward. White plays queen e3 and you play queen d5, centralizing your queen. And now look at your pieces. Both the knights and queen are in the center and white does not have any attack. You have neutralized white's attack completely. You can exchange these rooks and next you are targeting these pawns. These pawns are weak, so you try to attack them. And black's king is completely safe. So if opponent is trying to attack your king by pointing all of your pieces toward their king, then you should start exchanging pieces if you want to defend your king.